Good evening. So an official welcome, and I'm very happy to show you guys how the virtual office works. This is essentially Young Living's online storefront. So this is how it looks, and I'm going to go over how you guys can utilize this and see and use some tools to make ordering a lot easier, as well as some other tips and things for everyone. So hopefully you can see my screen. I'm going to switch over to presentation mode. Okay, I'm hopeful you can all see this. If someone wants to do a little hand up or something to show me that it's good, I think. Awesome. Thank you. Okie dokes. So thank you guys for joining this evening. And I'm hoping, as I said, that you're going to learn whether you are just purchasing products and using our online storefront, or whether you actually are doing the business side of Young Living. You'll also learn some things on here as well. Okie dokes. So tonight we're actually going to cover the virtual office, which is where you log in to your account, how you manage your information, how you order your products, how you would sign up for Essential Rewards, which is our loyalty reward program, how you can actually see your team. This is for people who do the business, which is called View My Organization, as well as accessing all great educational information. This is for everyone. And all that information that Young Living has to offer, which is called member resources. So let's start at the very beginning. So this is going to be called the dashboard. This is what this first page of your virtual office is. So when you log in, it will open up a page that looks like this, okay? So on the left-hand side, if you're on Essential Rewards, it's going to show what your rewards points balance is. That means how many points you've accumulated. It's going to show how much PV, which stands for product value, has been ordered. That's under the monthly order. And this is for people who are actually doing the business. OGV stands for organizational group volume. That means everybody's PV, their personal volume, and or the product value that has been ordered within your organization or your team. And PGV is personal group value. That's going to be separate. In this instance, it was both for this person, which doesn't, it just means it kind of becomes relevant later for those who are doing the business. But often PGV is personal group volume outside actually of the organizational group volume. Anyway, let me show you some more things. We often on our dashboard have announcements here. Sorry, I just poked my eye about a minute ago, and now I'm only feeling the effects of this poked eye. So forgive me if you see me just touching this poor eye that wants to actually heal itself and leak and get all irritated. Alrighty. So on this page, on the left-hand side, you're going to see, as I said, the dashboard. It's got the summary. Then for people doing the business, their rank qualification, some ideas and things on getting started with doing the business side and all of that. And then we have a program called Silverbound, again, for people doing the business or interested in the business. This is actually right now an incentive that is going on for those of us who want to share about our products, how you can actually earn money in a very awesome, quick way. We then have other tabs here like member news, essential rewards, quick order, my organization, resources, and then an overview of your account. So this is just to familiarize you with how this looks. All right, the next thing is to have a look at doing a quick order. So a quick order with Young Living, there are two ways to reorder something. Either quick order, which means essentially a one-time order, or an essential rewards order, which is our loyalty program. So that means that you are loving the products and you want to take advantage. The awesome thing of purchasing with essential rewards is that there are perks. I'm going to cover those in a second. But for now, quick orders are, as I said, one-time orders. Often our promotional things. So every month we'll have sales, we'll have really good deals and things going on. Those will only be available as a quick order, which makes sense because, you know, to get points back and perks and then go and get promotional items, you can't really get like it's almost like shopping with a coupon and then going to the clearance items at the store and asking to use your coupon. So it's not really fair or valid for you to do that. You can't like use kind of a sale or a coupon ticket on sale things, if that makes sense. All right. So for quick orders, this is how this template looks. You would basically just type in here the product name or number that you're looking for. So often when you see something that's on promotion, like right now we have a whole host of new things. I hope you guys saw our little video, but you could search by SKU number. So some of the things, as an example, let's just say that you typed in, it showed you that the SKU number was 2374. That's a way to pull up the item or the product. Or you can go ahead and actually type out in there like lemon essential oil, and it will pull that up. And then of course you can choose 5 ml, 15 ml, etc. But anyway, this is how the quick order looks. And you can also see there are categories. So you can click on this and you will see the Thieves Home Care range. You can click on under the home, there's Kids Sense, all the products that we have for the home, as well as like oral care. So there's lots of ways for you to find what you're looking for. And if you don't know what you're looking for, definitely make use of these categories. It helps. Okay. So then we have essential rewards, which is another way to actually purchase. So as I said, we had quick order or essential rewards. Now, essential rewards, as I said, is our loyalty program. And our loyalty program, what is awesome about it is you will get cheaper shipping fees to get your products. By the way, you can, if you live in Johannesburg, pick up at the Experience Center, in which case it's free. You will not pay shipping. So that's pretty cool. So that's a drop down. When it says, where do you want it to ship, or to put in your address, you would actually choose Experience Center, and then you can pick it up. The other perk of essential rewards is you get points back. So for the first 1 to 3 months of you trying the program, you're getting 10% back on the PV amount you spend. So PV, again, product value. Every single product that Young Living has a PV value. So in this instance, this person spent 100 PV. If she had just started, she has now space banked 10 points. Okay, so that would be in her rewards points balance. If she's been on essential rewards for months 4 to 24, she actually gets 15% back. And then for months 24 onwards, she's going to be earning 25% back, which is amazing. So if you've been on this program for 2 years, basically, you are then earning a 25-point earn rate, which means if you did this order of 100 PV, you actually get 25 PV points. So if you look at the top left over here on the screen where it says reward points balance, she has 25 points over here, 25.59. She could then redeem those points for free product. So she knows that she has 25 PV points, and then you would find eligible products, okay, which we'll touch on in a minute. So you also select a date. You only do a customized order once a month. That's all that you need to do. And you do want to spend 50 PV, which is approximately 750 Rand to about 900 Rand, depending on what products you're choosing. But that's like a pretty good average. So that will also get you the access to the promos that we have. That's another perk of this program, is that you will then be eligible as well for free product, which are tiered. So we have products available at 100 PV, usually at, I think it's 150 PV, and then we have often at 200, sometimes 250 and 300. So it just depends. Every month it's a little bit different, but those are some incentives for you. If you are wanting some of those freebies as well, it might be a good idea for you to just bump up your order because you're getting those things for free. So that's quite nice. Another amazing perk of this program. And then the final perk, the fourth one, is that you also get given free product when you are on month 3, 6, 9, and 12 of this program. So what you would do is actually on your 4th month before it ships out, once you've completed those 3 months, you just give Young Living a quick call. Hey, my essential rewards is going to go through. Hang on one second. Renee, I see you waving. Do you want to unmute?
Yes, we.
Oops. Hang on. I muted you. Sorry. Go ahead.
We can't see your slides. We can't see your slides.
Oh, no. Hang on one second. I'm so sorry. Don't know why. Thanks for telling me. 1 second. Have you not seen them from the beginning? You're muted. There we go.
We only saw your model list there with your names on like that. Your first mailing screen, not the virtual office.
Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, thank you. Yeah, let me go back and see. Okay, can you see this now?
White at the stage, still white. Let's just see. Everybody else, can you see? Yes, there we go. It says essential rewards. I can see essential rewards.
Okay, fantastic. So thanks so much for telling me that. Let me just quickly go back and show you guys briefly what I was saying. Thank you so much for letting me know. I honestly didn't know. And I've also muted you guys because I hear background noise. So very quickly, an overview. This is what that first page looks like. So here you guys can see your welcome page, okay, how that looks. And then here is the one where I was just showing you about the quick order and how you could search by category over here. Or if you knew the item, you would type it in. Or if you knew the product code, okay, you would type it in. So that's if you wanted to do a one-time order. So hopefully you heard everything I said. And this is if you wanted to do an essential rewards order, which is our loyalty program. So in the top left, you've got your rewards points balance. And then you have an overview here showing you, for example, this is where we're at with this order, how much the total is. It will show you how much the total PV is. Then you can see that you've got your shipping address. If you need to change it, you click on change shipping, and then your payment method, which is in there. And it also shows the processing day. So the nice thing with Essential Rewards is if you are wanting and needing to process your order today, you want it before, let's say this person's, it's the 27th of the month, but we see that, oh my gosh, I'm all out of my Thieves essential oil. I'm going into sicky season. I definitely need it. I'm going to process my ER now. You then click manually process. Your order will then be processed that day. And so you won't get anything on the 27th of the month. You will then fulfill your order. You will be done and it will satisfy the ER template. And then finally, you can also view your order history. Okay, so now let's talk about the PV Assistant. So the PV Assistant is a wonderful tool for those of us on Essential Rewards to make sure that, for example, if you are doing the business of Young Living, you must put in an order of 100 PV a month so that you get a full paycheck, right? If you are on Essential Rewards and you want yours to be 50 PV, to make sure that you always hit that 50 PV to ensure that you get those points back, you get the cheaper shipping, you get your free oil, and so on and so forth. If you want to meet the minimum of 50 PV, what this PV Assistant is doing for you is it's making sure that you are never falling below the amount you're hoping to achieve. Now, why would that happen? Well, let's just say that I placed an order and I wanted for this month, and I fixed my cart. I made sure that everything was organized and ready to go with Thieves essential oil, Purification essential oil, and a lemon. And my date is the 15th, let's say. Suddenly, it's the 14th, and Purification goes out of stock. This happens. It happens globally. So it could actually be a shortage. It could be because we're in South Africa and we've run out of it in the warehouse. It could be many reasons, but essentially that essential oil is not available. So we still want to make sure that you are hitting your PV target. Again, for those of us doing the business, this is important because you don't want to not get a paycheck. And for those of us who want the perks of essential rewards, you also want to do this. So you either set your goal for 50 PV or 100 PV, and you want to put items in your cart so that if, for example, purification was sold out and you didn't notice it, you didn't go back in your cart to edit and change, you're going to put oils in here or products in here that you love and you don't mind them replacing what is missing of the PV amount. So let me put that in perspective, as I said. So for argument's sake, let's keep it simple and let's just say purification was 10 PV, thieves was 30, and lemon was 10. So that was my order that I had this month. But purification suddenly out of stock. It's the 14th, it went out of stock. I went on holiday, I didn't notice. So what this does is it is putting items in order of preference to fulfill and make sure I hit that PV amount. So for me, in this instance here, Cyprus is my #1 all-time favorite essential oil in this instance, and it will pull Cyprus from this cart, put it into your ER cart, and replace the purification with that 10 PV that would then be missing. I hope that makes sense. So this way you are fulfilling your desired PV goal, okay? So again, this only kicks in if you didn't notice that an essential oil went out of stock and therefore you go below your PV minimum. Now, if you noticed and you saw, you would choose and decide and edit and change your essential rewards cart so that you can actually have control and make sure that it is actually at the amount that you wanted. Okay, moving on. We have redeem essential rewards points. So again, for those of you on the essential rewards program, this is how we get to redeem those awesome points that we earned. So actually this person, you can see with this template, is already, she's been on ER for over 2 years because her current earn rate over here is 25%. Amazing. So what this is telling me, if her points balance is 25, she recently redeemed her loyalty rewards points. So she's probably accumulated something around whatever it is, 100, 200 PV points. And she went into the dashboard looking exactly like this. She went under essential rewards, then clicked rewards points. And then over here, chose rewards points. And then what you do is it shows you how many months you've been on. And there you go, consecutive months, 49. So I was right. She's been on this for over 2 years. And you would click here, shop to redeem points now. If you wanted to take a look at your points history, you can click that, okay? So also be mindful, by the way, that points do expire over a year. So you do want to try and redeem before some of them expire. That's important as well. So anyway, you click on shop to redeem points. And what's easy, sorry, I'll just go back to this page, is you will notice when you look at the list of products, and I'm sorry, I don't have a screenshot of this. I might have one later. I don't actually remember. But when you look at the list of products, it actually shows a little bookmark icon. It looks like a little taggy, you know, like the bottom of a ribbon that's cut with that little V. Anyway, you will see those little icons next to the product. That actually shows you, if you do like a mouse over, it'll say rewards points eligible. So those are going to be the products that you can redeem. So not all of them are relevant. For example, diffusers, unfortunately, are not. They're not something we can use. And that is because the PV value of those are just lower than the actual money value. I hope that makes sense. So most things, I would say 85% of all of our things are rewards points eligible. And that's how you can, you know, get free product after earning them. Okay, then just touching on my account, just to see that obviously a lot of this we have blacked out just for privacy of this person. So in this folder, it will actually show you if you have any credit. Sometimes Young Living will issue you credit because you by mistake ordered something went wrong, whatever it is, and they actually will just put a credit on your account. So you could redeem that credit, by the way, when you're checking out. Usually it asks. If it doesn't automatically ask, please just call in to Young Living and say, hey, by the way, I have 120 Rand credit. I'd like to use it. Please apply it to this order. And then you can put the balance on your credit card. The other thing is it's going to show you your member number up here. So it would actually have that written. It will also show you your rank if you are doing the business. It'll show you your address and then your default shipping address. It'll have your contact info as well as the person who enrolled you and your sponsor. So that's for those of us doing the business. It'll actually give you a nice overview of all of these things. Of course, if you move and such, this is where you would go in to edit. Okay, so you've got my account and then also my profile. You would go into those and just check that everything is right. Moving on, this one is my order history. So this is obviously going to show you everything that you've ever ordered. If you want to see where it is, it will show you. So in this person's example, it shows like this order that they did on the 19th of January, it canceled. So something obviously happened here. Maybe the wrong products were ordered, whatever it is. So you can click on that and kind of see and get a confirmation of what happened. Otherwise, over here, it like shows you this order, she clearly called in on the 19th of January because she did it over the phone, and then the status is it shipped. So it went out, okay? And she obviously received her stuff. So they all have an order number. Of course, that's important. If you have any issues or concerns, you call into Young Living and you just state that order number to them. Anytime you need to call Young Living, they're always going to ask you for your member number and your PIN. So just keep those handy. Your PIN number, it's not like an ATM PIN number, by the way. I say to people, make it quite simple. It's really a communication tool. If someone needed to call to help you or on your behalf, they could just know that PIN, and then that gives them permission to discuss your account. So it's just an added security measure, but it's not like an ATM PIN. It's more, I call it like the communication PIN. Okie dokes. So for those of us doing the business, you can also click on my commissions. What's so great about this is it will give you a breakdown of not only what you earned, but it will also tell you the check number. This is, and you can set up direct deposit. So you can actually click on this and get a nice clear description of how you were paid. Is it because you did enrollments and you got the fast start? And again, this isn't a business call. This is really just about a virtual office presentation. So just for you to familiarize yourself with where these things are. So this is quite a nice one to actually go in, and I encourage you to click these and open them up to see how you are being paid. All right. And then another one for those of us doing the business, this one's called My Organization. This will show you all your people. So it's going to list them. It will tell you what their rank is on the left here. A stands for associate. That means people that are doing the business. And you will see on this side here, if they are commissions qualified, yes or no. So yeah, yes means that they placed an order and they are going to be getting a check. No means nope, they didn't qualify. This is a great way for those of us doing the business to just double check and make sure that those that we know are doing the business actually are organized and did, like, they placed an order, they're all okay, so that they will receive their payment. And all that you get to see is the PV amount that any person who you shared about Young Living, anyone that you enrolled, basically, how much they spent. Okay. This will also show you, it says auto ship, but what they mean is essential rewards. This is the date that they have essential rewards. It's also nice when you're doing the business to double check that these are checked off, that these people did indeed process the order, there's no issues, and everything went through okay. It'll show you a little like warning or hazard sign over here if there's something wrong. So that's when you can reach out. Oftentimes someone didn't realize their credit card expired, something like that. So you can reach out to your person and say, hey, I just noticed there was an issue with your essential rewards order. Do you need help? Okay, moving on. Again, for those of us doing the business, this just shows a member's details. So if you wanted to double click and let's say send a gift to your friend Susie, You could look that person up. You would just double click on their name. It's going to give you all their details. It'll tell you their rank. It'll tell you their highest rank and their qualified rank, and all the other information that you'd want to see. Now, if you wanted to go into more detail of, well, what is their qualification, you can actually click over here on the tab. So you would stay in that member's account and click on the top under qualification. It's going to show you, okay, they are a star. If you actually click on senior star, it will break it down for you. And again, for those of us doing the business, it will show you how much more they need per leg and where they're looking for value, like what's going to help them to rank up and get a bigger paycheck. So that's what that looks like, what I was explaining. When you click on, okay, what would this person need to do? How can I help them as a business person and a leader? I can click in there and then go and see, okay, their personal volume satisfied. That one's checked. It's good. The organizational volume for this person here, they would need to have an organizational group volume of 4,000 to hit executive clearly. So that's what they need. And this is something that you would want to explain to them. And this is where you have leg volume. So for those of us, again, doing the business, this is a really helpful tool to see how you can help others. And then we have reports. And reports are also very helpful. This is if you wanted to send a gift to people and you wanted their mailing addresses, if you wanted to know how many people you have in your organization that are stars, how many are executives, you can run tons of reports to get all of this information. And then this one is your personally enrolled. These are people that you introduce to Young Living. So these are called personally enrolled. This is a really nice example of a report that you want to run so that you can work with these people to just double check that they are okay, that they are receiving what they're meant to be receiving, that they're using their products, they know how to use it. It just keeps you abreast of everything. So these are the people that you need to really care about the most, because these are the people that you have brought in to Young Living. And then we have our dashboard business stats. So again, those of us doing the business, this is a nice summary. It shows you where you're at. We do have an incentive to go to Mauritius, which is happening in, I believe it's now November is the date of when we would go, but the qualifications are happening from now until, I believe it's September. Gosh, I need to double check my facts on that. It might be the month before. But anyway, we have that running now. So there is a tracker. Make sure that you have added that to your dashboard. There's a way you just have to go and add this to it, except that you are basically elect to do it so that it can track what you are doing. And it's also going to tell you any other information, like this one is relevant to us now. You know, the Experience Center is going to be closed on Friday. So it's always got like a banner of information. But for business stats, this is going to be the overall view. It's going to show you what your order is, what's happening in your team. So clearly, you know, she hasn't placed her order yet for the month. And then it is so good to do a little tour of the virtual office. So I really recommend that you guys do this. This is under the Getting Started tab, and it will show you a whole tour of this. It will take you through everything. I really encourage all of you to do this. Once you've done it, you would check off each one of these. That's why this is showing 0%. This person hasn't done it, but it's a really good thing to go through and touch on each one of these and really get a good extensive understanding of the virtual office. And then finally, we have member resources, and this is for everyone. These things are brilliant. It will have what's happening, you know, in like our marketing, what's on sale, what's going on right now. Anything about events. I mean, maybe you're thinking about hosting an event and you just want to know whatever information about it, go into this. There is so many brilliant resources. Again, if you're doing the business, there's some business tools there. We have our product price list. Sometimes we just want to know we want to see everything in front of us. That shows our incentives that we have going, of course, the Facebook page as well. So it's a very, very awesome, helpful resource and overview, and also has usually a lot about oils and learning. So there's a lot of education in that. And then, of course, we have international resources. So maybe you yourself are going on a holiday to wherever, Australia, and you want to just know about ordering oils there, or you want to actually maybe do business there. So this is a wonderful way for you to learn about each market. Those of us doing the business, brilliant, 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 and helpful tool. This one talks about the market. If you did want to know where or how could I call Australia, because I'm visiting there and I want to place an order in Australia, I want to do a dropship order, you could actually look in the global icon, which is up here where it shows the South African flag. You could drop that down and choose the country, for example, Australia, and then it will show you where the warehouse, all the information of Australia, the phone number, and then you can actually call them up and say, hello, my member number is 1078 1676. My PIN is 1234, and I have a South African account, but I'm actually here in Australia for 3 weeks. I would like to do a drop ship order and access some of the wonderful products that you have. May I please do my Essential Rewards order while I'm here? Here's the address I'm at. Here is what I would like. And they'll go ahead and take care of that for you. So that's a really, really awesome thing about Young Living as well, is that we can have access to different products in different markets when we are in those countries. And that brings me to the end of this little overview of the virtual office. So, gosh, again, Renee, thank you so much for letting me know you guys couldn't see that for a second. I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to let you guys ask me any questions if you have. Does anyone have any questions on this? I'm going to read through. You can, I think I might have, I'm going to allow you guys to unmute yourselves.
Jody, if I might ask a question.
Please.
I was trying to go through the program as you were going, and it seems like I'm not registered for points of business, a business part, and I've wanted to be part of business, and I'm working as if it's a business. So is it a matter of checking the box or something?
Yes, we actually explained this. We show it in our business group, and apparently it's pretty easy. Try and go to the member resources and just click there with the Mauritius incentive, and it will say something about like accept. There's just one little area that apparently you have to check mark. I wish I could just go onto mine and show you and do it live for you, but mine is going to be different. It's not going to show it. So try that. Let me know if you have any issues, and then I'll show you the step by step, because I believe we had like a little graphic that even showed how to do it. Does anyone know, have any of you guys on this call done that? Can you answer that easily, or did I cover it? Okay, Leanne said I covered it. That's it. So just click on where it says that Mauritius incentive. It'll take you to like a screen, and it like says by clicking this, you accept and understand. You have to acknowledge that they are going to be.
There was a check box that said I accept that you read and accepted the terms and conditions, and it's a small little check box. I presume if that's one you're speaking about.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Yes. And then what I would do is like you can either refresh or otherwise just log out and log back in, and you should be able to see that tracker. Yeah, you might need to give it a couple of hours before it shows. So I've also heard that until you actually show a certain amount, it's not going to show you much. So I have heard that. But most people are seeing it where it shows what's going on for you. If you have any other issues, Young Living will help you as well with it. They will literally walk you through step by step where, yeah, you can be on the phone and they will like tell you each thing. So yeah, and then yeah, you could also do it apparently directly from your dashboard. When you scroll down, there's a square that has the incentive in it, which is not at the top banner. It's down below your stats. Try and look for it there. Any other questions on the virtual office or anything else you've wanted to know? Or I really hope those of you on here have actually learned something that maybe you didn't know. I hope all of you are using the PV Assistant. It's so great to have that. So hopefully you learned like what that is and how that works. And remember, it only pulls from that if you didn't notice. So you still have control as long as your PV is satisfied. And then it will only grab any of those products if you really were flying somewhere, or you were away, or you just weren't tuned in to double check and notice that something was out of stock. So, but it's super important to have that.
I wanted to
Okay.
I want to ask
Yeah.
though, Jade, that PV checkbox can be checked all the time now. It doesn't have to be put off.
Correct. Yeah,
it-
that PV assistant, leave it on. And you're welcome to, I don't know, change it now and again. If it's like sometimes, you know, that person who I showed you, they loved Cyprus, clearly was their like number one, that if worst case and they miss something, they want Cyprus. Sometimes that changes, and maybe you want it to be purification. But I really encourage you to have at least 3 things in there, because again, maybe it is Cyprus that was out of stock as well. So then it needs to pull something else. Makes sense? So just choose things that you want. And by the way, you can also, let's say it is Cyprus, you can actually say like 3, quantity 3 of Cyprus that will actually pull as many as it needs to satisfy the PV before going on to number 2. I hope that that makes sense. So you can play with the quantity as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sure. Okay, guys. Well, that's that. That's a little bit of the virtual office, a little tour of the virtual office. So thank you for joining. I hope that was helpful. And I will talk to you guys very soon. I think we don't have any more classes for the end of this month, but stay tuned for April.